I am on. You get to come up on stage too. Yeah, that's how it's gonna work. Okay. Happy New Year, everybody. Great start to the year. We're ready to make all sorts of mistakes like we did last year, right? Learn from them all and move ahead. So everybody that was here last week on Tuesday at lunch, we kind of brought everybody up on stage and we did a little, hey, you gotta say your name and where was your first job at Knobelsdorff, right? And we did that because we want, all of our stories are important and where we started and where we come from, it makes us who we are, right? And it helps us understand each other and why we maybe think the way we do or make decisions the way we do. So we had about 10 people, I think, that were not here last week on Tuesday because they were either driving back from Colorado or they were out on projects.
You mean last year?
Yeah, last year. Yep, last year. So we took everybody's, there were 77 people that put their names up on the board, and yesterday we took all those names and we had matched it by color. So you put your name up, and then it was based on which customer did you get your start here. So we turned those into percentages, and it was just kind of fun to see where everybody kind of started from in this company. It doesn't mean where you're working today, but this is where you started in the company. So 30% of you started on a solar job, which solar was on the backside of this board, right? So at one of these jobs from 2016 on, you started at one of these jobs. Doesn't mean you're still in solar, or you might have went on to something else, but a lot of the people that have the name up here still work for us in the energy group. 27% of you started from this path, on this blue line. So it was an ardent or cardio path that then turned into ADM, and a lot of them were ADM starts. 10% was an admin type role, which started because of all of our growth and the different areas of all these jobs. 9% was on the red path for the AGP, 8% was on the VAA or SEEK path, which that path started because of ardent or AGP. 7% was McCormick. McCormick path was because of AGP and Cargill as well. 5% was Hearth and Home. 2% was Land O'Lakes, and 1% was residential commercial. All right, so we spent a good part of the last 2 days going through the where we've been, right? A lot of you when we all stood up last week, and it was who started last year, who started 2 years ago, and after we got through 3 years, there was only a couple people that hadn't stood up, right? So the company's growing a lot, and for us, it's really important to understand where we've been, right? And that'll help us get to where we're going. So, I think it gets into we all have a story, right? Every one of us has a story of where we've been, and that story is how we make our decisions, how we act with each other, how we interact with each other, and the more that we can do to understand each other's story, that's going to help us communicate together and work as a team. I talked about culture a lot last week, and the people, just like I'm on, you just fit, right? We didn't know what you were going to do or how you were going to do it. We were going to teach you all the things we needed to teach, but it was that she fit. So if we hire people to do a job because of what they know, they're just going to work for money, right? But if we hire people because they believe what we believe, they'll work their blood, sweat, tears. They'll work for us as a team, and that's why I think we're so good at what we do, because we understand the why, right? We all kind of believe the same things. And I'm not talking about political views or how to raise your kids or stuff like that, but we believe in kind of the core values that make up our company. And because we have those same beliefs, we can put trust in each other to do what we need to do. And when we go through our core values, I think to me, we can picture a person, we can picture a job, a project, something here. When you read through each one of these, you can kind of picture somebody's face about it, or you can picture a customer or a project where we help apply this. So our core values, we're strong, progressive leaders. We're professional, dependable, and consistent with uncommon sense. We always do the right thing. We're selfless, willing, and down to earth. We have the capacity to learn and grow. We're resourceful, and we get shit done. We're devoted to our family, our customers, and our work. And we do this with a fun, positive attitude and energy. I mean, that describes almost every person in this room. Not every item, but each one, right? We all can associate ourselves with one of those things, and it's us all together that make us who we are. So we don't have to have every one of those for each person, right? But all of us in this room make up all those things. And that makes us who we are, right? And that gets to the why, right? Our purpose, our cause, our passion. And on our VTO, and everybody got one of these in their folders, it says endless opportunities and innovative solutions. Now, we may change that over the next few years, but for me, the biggest thing in our purpose is we provide opportunity. And that's right in it, right? Endless opportunities. Now that applies to us here, right? Our team. There's endless opportunities. You can do whatever you set your mind to. If you have passion about, right? You can go there. You can get there. And you got a team of people around you that's going to help you get there. And it's opportunity for our customers to manufacture their product, to get something that's blown up back and running, right? We provide opportunities to our people, internally and externally, and also for our families, right? Because we're all here making a living to provide for our families and to give them opportunity to get better, because that's our home family, right? We take care of our family at home. Everybody here is a family, and we take care of our family at work. So our why. Let's see, we got this. So anybody know of Simon Sinek? I think Pam talked about him a little bit. And he talks about how the why is so important, and he calls it, I think, his golden circle. Okay. So on the outside, he's got his what. The inside is how, and this is the why. All right, so the what is what we do, right? What do we are electrical contractors, we're engineers, we build solar fields, right? That's our what. Our how is our value proposition, the how we get things done, right? And that leads into the why, right? And the why is the most important part. So we're trying to get new business or get people. If it's just about the what, oh, we do electrical work. Well, okay, everybody does electrical work, right? It's the how leads into, oh, we get it done faster, or we do it better, or okay, great. Other people can say they do that too. But when you get into the why, right? If we can sell ourselves to our customers on the why, because we're providing opportunity for you, we're providing opportunity for our people, you kind of speak to their heart and soul, right? And that's what makes us good, right? It's not the what. Everybody can do electrical. Do we do it better? Sure, I think we do, right? It's how we do it, the KE way, right? That makes us do it better. But the why is the important part. And again, going back to that, when people ask, why have you guys grown so much? Why have you done it faster and better? It's the why, right? It's not about money. Money's an outcome. Yes, are we a business? Sure, we're not a nonprofit. But we're not doing this to make money, right? We're doing this to provide opportunity. And that's, I think, what really has set us apart over the years is the why. Now, I haven't always been very good at casting that vision of why we do it, right? I was just I don't know, because the work's there or because the customers call. But the more I think about it, the more time I have now, because I have such a great team of people to help me do all of the what and how, I think about the why. And the why really is the opportunity piece, right? It's providing opportunities for you to do whatever you put your mind to and to help support you, whether that's through training or if it's, emotional support, moral support, whatever that is. We're here to support each other in this why. So we can do whatever we want to do. And then he turns that into basically how the human brain works and why this is this way, right? It's biological, right? Because the human brain is split into three parts, and you cut it in half. On the outside is your neocortex. And the neocortex is rational, it's analytical, it's language, right? On the inside is your limbic brains. The limbic works on feelings of trust and loyalty, behavior, and decision making. So whenever you get that feeling of, it's just a gut feel, and I go off my gut almost 90% of the time, right? If it's a gut feel that I have, I go with it, and I don't know why, I just always went with my gut, and it turned out pretty good. Well, gut feelings is your limbic brain, right? And the limbic brain doesn't understand language, right? So when we go back to our people, and if we're selling on the what, right? That's just those words. You're not going to get people to buy from us or to use us. But when we start talking about our feelings and why, they understand, they're like us, right? They believe what we believe. As soon as they start believing what we believe, now you're speaking to that limbic brain and the why. It's easy, right? They get it. like us, and I say that all the time. We want people like us in our company, right? And we want customers who think like that, who think like us, who act like us. And when we have customers that fit our core values, they're good customers, right? They're partners for us. We never want the one-off projects or the people that just care about the cost, or they don't care about us. It's just not who we are, right? Does that make sense? Any questions on that, or is it just, this is why we are who we are, right? It's all about providing opportunity, and that's what makes us great. As long as we can stay focused on that, it kind of goes back to that analogy that we had last week about playing the game, right? It's how we play the game. We're not looking at the scoreboard, worrying about the cost and the price, and we're focused on our people, right? That's what sets us apart. As long as we can continue to do that, we're going to continue to do great things together. Should we do our game?
We should do a
pop quiz. All right. So we're all wondering where we're going, right? What's the next 10 years going to bring?
They're group tests.
So we got a little pop quiz that Dad's going to pass out on your table. So this is all of our services that this is our company makeup, right? So percentage of work that we do in different market segments. So it's broke down into 38%, 30%, 14, 8, 5, 4, 0.7, and 0.3. All right, everybody ready? So 38% of our business is what? Survey says yes, sold. 38% sold. All right, 30%. You are correct. Industrial green. Feed and flour. So this is your ADMs, your Cargills, your egg partners, your Ardent Mills, right? All these guys fall into that category.
How many got the first two right? So far, so
Flipped
good.
them? Right. Those two are easy to be flipped, right? They're not too far apart. So next, 14%.
All of it.
Food? Manufacturing. So your Hearth and Homes, your Henkels, guys like that make up our manufacturing. All right, 8%. Food? Food. That's right. Food.
Yeah.
All right, 5%. It's close. Oil and gas. So our Kinder Morgans, these small ones are easy to flip year to year, but 5% is oil and gas. Oil and gas. 4%. Commercial. 0.7. Residential. 0.7. 0.3 is ag. Who got every one of them right? Anybody? Who just had one swap around? I'd take it.
They got all the office people up
Yeah,
there. I hope so.
imagine that office people got that one right. Cheers. I thought all Brandon did was eat candy. Big D, where are you?
He's actually he's a pie chart.
Where is she?
He's a pie chart.
You know, somebody actually thought you were being serious about that. They're like, man, who was that woman that said that? You know, Brandon was a lot more than candy. That wasn't very nice. Yeah, keep going on. Which ear were the hurtful words spoken into? Okay, so kind of interesting, right? Just to see the makeup of the company and where we do our business, right? It's crazy to think that in 2015, we did zero solar, nothing, right? And today, this makes up 38% of our business, right? Or to see ag, 10, 15 years ago, that was a huge part of our company, was doing ag work, and now it's just a small little piece, right? So this is where we are today. Now it's where are we going, right? Where are we going in the next 10 years? And that's part of why we started this traction process, is to make sure we're all on the same page, we're moving in the same direction. Pam does a really good job in her traction class, whoever's been there, right? We used to be like this, right? We were all working in different directions. Some of us, we were just going everywhere, right? And in 2014, right, this crazy time period, right, where we had jobs going all over and we didn't have much for people to help manage work, and we were going everywhere, right? Shane wasn't in the office, I wasn't in the office, Brandon wasn't in the office. It was like Melanie and Krista, right? And the rest of us were scattered out trying to run work, build work, and now through traction and through stuff like this, we're starting to all go in the same direction, right? And the amount of stuff that we're able to get done and accomplish now, and we're not all in the same direction, right? But we're at least all in the same quadrant now. We're all starting to go the same way. And we have went farther in the last year than we went in the last 10, probably, right? Just through processes and having Rich and Randy and everybody in this room, we've been doing, this is our third year now of doing an all-day or all-week training, right? And it started where we had 2 days of just vendor training, and then we had 2 days where we did just safety stuff, right? And this is so much more than safety training, right? We're doing leadership training. We're trying to make sure our purpose, our mission is understood by everybody so that we can go farther together. So last year we did our SWOT the last day, and we came up with a list of, what was it we did? Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, right? And we went back and, are those on the table or no? 9, okay. So we took all of our threats and all of our weaknesses, and that's a lot of the stuff that we've been working on our rocks and our quarterly rocks and our annual goals that we set as part of our traction process. So everybody's got a VTO. On the back of the VTO, we had our 1-year plan, and it's just like our schedule. The 1 week stuff is really easy to do, right? We know that, it's pretty simple. The 2 week gets a little fuzzier. 3 week, probably not going to be the same. Well, when we set up our 1-year plan, our 3-year picture, and our 10-year target, the 1 year is, we kind of know where we're going. 3 year, a little iffy, that could move here and there, and the 10 year is kind of a big, hairy, a BHAG, right? Goals, might hit them, might not, it's probably going to change. So in our 1 year picture, we had 9 things that we set up last January, right? And we're coming to the end of the year. We're in the next year, and we meet again for our all-day in January to come up with the next 1 year plan. And a lot of these things are going to be driven off of what we come up with tomorrow through our next SWOT, right? And we're going to do that in a little while. We're going to come on stage and go through some IDS and teach you on IDS and come up with some of these big ticket items. So we had create a professional video recruitment channel was one of them, right? Because we need to tell our story. The better we can tell our story to people, the more people that are going to associate with us and want to be a part of our team. So it got started. We're not done with it yet. We need resources to help us do it, because it's, that was one of Thad's items, and I got him out managing projects and doing other stuff, and we didn't get that one done. Hire and onboard 24 new people to fill key roles. This one seemed like it was going to be unattainable, but we went back and looked, and when we hired 80 people this year, we filled our 24 key roles out of those 80 people. So 80? 80. It was 80 people, yep. It seemed like that was an unattainable thing. We weren't going to do it, but because we focused on it and we put effort to it, we did it, right? And it took a lot of work, it took a lot of effort, but we got that one done. Set and track clear safety metrics. Well, we hired a full-time safety director to help us manage our safety program and track things and help predicting things, and we've hit that. Now that was a work in progress. We always are working to improve it. And we got some great things coming this year on how we're going to do some of this, so that one was done. No callbacks for lack of completion. Now, we've learned throughout this traction process to set obtainable goals, not open-ended, no callbacks for lack of completion. That's a tough one, right? How do you define that? We've been doing a lot better, and through all the work that Derek and Shane and Brandon and everybody else that's part of our operations group that's been working on the process and how we project flow and job completion forms. And we're doing so much better on that one compared to a year ago or 2 years ago. It's fantastic. Implement 20 clear and documented SOPs. Rich has been a huge driver of this one, making sure his ships run on time, right? He's got a process for a process to create an SOP. Imagine that, right? I mean, he's getting so detailed for us, and Robert's been a huge help on this too. Another very analytical person, right? How we do things to make sure we do it the same every time, because otherwise we're like this, right? Arrows going everywhere, and we're not doing things the same way. Create and implement a PM toolkit and process flow. Those guys are almost done with that, right? It's how we're going to do it to be successful every time, from how we bid the job to how we go and win the job, right, with the customer, how we sell ourselves, to how we then hand that off to the field team, how we build it, how we close it out, right? It's a process that we know what we need to do, it just wasn't documented, and they've got that thing done. Create smooth network access inside and out of office. Now, anybody that was here 2 years ago knows that it used to be a living pain to get network access in the office, out of the office. Is it perfect? No, but it is a lot better than what it was. And things take time, right? Stuff doesn't happen overnight. And sometimes it's easy to sit and go, geez, we don't have this done, we don't have this done, we don't have this done. But when you look at how far we've come in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 1 year, I mean, it's crazy how far we've come, and stuff just takes time. L10 meeting principles followed by all. So anybody who's been a part of any of our L10 meetings, we started to roll that out into about 4 different meeting formats now. We didn't have any of these meetings a year ago, right? We had one meeting, it was a Monday morning meeting, and we really didn't get anything out of it. And we've taken on this L10 meeting format and rolled that into safety. I don't know what some of the other meetings, it's an operations meeting.
Operations does it.
And it's all about communication, right? And we don't want to have meetings just to have meetings. You know, I think there's a little picture where it's a candle and it's burning and it says this smells like a meeting that could have been an email or something, you know, death by meeting. We don't want to do that. We don't want to waste people's time, but we want to communicate the information that needs to get communicated. So this one is done. Define and elevate and communicate annual training in December. It's January now, but hey, we started in December. This has been fantastic. You know, the last 2 days have been really good. The next 2 days are going to be great. I think this is a big time commitment for all of you. It's a money commitment from the company, but again, we don't play the game by watching the scoreboard. It's watching people. This is good for all of us, right? So we do it. That's pretty good. We set these a year ago. We've almost completed all of them. Part of our IDS that we're going to do here shortly is going to be coming up with some new ideas that are going to turn into part of our 1 year plan for next year. So we got a 3-year picture. Right? Our 3-year picture is things that we kind of set just to help guide us, so we're starting to go the right way. I'm not going to read through all of them, but there's some things on this 3-year picture that we've already accomplished in the 1 year, right? So maybe we didn't set far enough out, and maybe we're just starting to get really good at solving problems and doing things. So if you read through some of those 3-year picture things, it helps you to understand and know where we're going and what we're working towards. And then we got our 10-year target. Now some of these are, seem pretty far out there, but when I look at 2009, I could have never dreamed what we'd be doing in 2019, right? No way. It was 4 people. Now there's 175, I think, on pay. I mean, it's staggering to see where we've come, and not that we didn't try, but we weren't even focused on it, right? We were just doing what we do every day, and we were doing it better than everybody else. And if we now take that energy, and we turn 6 customers into 500, right? I had Melanie pull me a report. We sent invoices to 500 customers this last year. Now, back in 2009, we might have sent invoices to 200 customers, but we probably only were billing on average maybe a couple $100s per customer, right? What's a lot different now? We got 500 customers that grew out of that list. So if we have this focused effort with all of us, knowing why we're doing this, think of where we're going to be in 10 years, It's going to be a fun ride, I know that. It's been a lot of fun. The last 10 and the next 10 are going to be incredible. Let's see. So the other piece we got on here is our marketing strategy, right? And every person in this room, most of of you are out in front of our customer, right? You are our face in front of the customer, and you are the best salespeople that we have, right? You're the ones that can help sell additional services, keep us busy, keep everybody sitting around you doing work. And it's important to know all the different things that we do, right? And we talk about cross-selling all the time, right? Our industrial electrical group and our engineering group, we have the same customers. So it's just being in those factories and in those facilities and letting them know, hey, we also build panels, right? Or we can do that automation work. We can do that controls work. And it's been amazing to see as we started to make a more focused effort on that, the work that we picked up because of it. We never used to do any automation or controls work at Henkel. And this year we built a ton of panels and done a ton of automation work just for Henkel, right? Been a long-term customer, never did automation work, and now we're doing automation. And the automation team can get into places, do an automation project, and we can do turnkey stuff for them, right? We can install it for them. People love having that service. So our demographic, they know what they don't know, and they know what they need. That might not make sense, right? But we don't like a customer that thinks they know everything, right? Just like we don't like people that think they know everything. We like them to know that they need help, but we don't want them to have a full-blown engineering department, otherwise we're just a number to them, right? So they know what they don't know and what they do. We like to be in evolving markets, headquartered in the Midwest with multiple locations, limited engineering skill and capacity in the electrical, engineering, and energy markets, right? So we seem to associate best with Midwest mentality type people, right? We struggle sometimes a little bit with the East Coast people, which we see in the energy group all the time, right? That's where a lot of them are from, is out on the East Coast. They just think different than us, right? They don't share the same values. They don't value people as much, right? Geography, middle of the USA, Smoky Mountains to Rocky Mountains. Now we go outside of that. Obviously we're down in Georgia, but we like to kind of stay in that range. Psychographic, companies who value our wisdom, quality, uncommon sense, speed, resourcefulness, predictability, understand their business, and want maintenance and long-term relationships. Now, Rich brought it up the other day, 10 years ago, when he was walking with me out in ADM, we were going through a job walk, and I was walking with the superintendent, and we were talking about anything and everything, and Rich and Jason Gray are standing behind him, and look at each other, and like, geez, this guy knows his shit, right? That's the type of customer that we seem to do best with, right? We're more than electricians. We know how their process works. We can help them with all sorts of other things, and they value that. And we like to find customers that value the same things that we do. Our uniques, we're one resource with endless solutions. We have a depth of expertise. We always find a way to get shit done. Alignment and customer values and best interests, and we're fast and fun to work with. Our proven process is a timely response. We understand their needs. We collaborate, design, and estimate. We present our value. We get a contract, we execute the project, we close the project out, and we get O&M work from them. Our guarantee is 24/7, 365 customer support, and we'll always find a way. And that's another one for us that I think sets us apart from most other people, right? A lot of companies look at things and be like, that looks like a pain in the ass, right? We don't want to do that. That's a dirty place. We're not going to work there. We always find a way, right? Just like our Denver trip. Everybody's heard us talk about that. We've done a ton of things like that in our company history, but that's what sets us apart, right? We've secured our doing stuff like that for the last 17 years. Now, a lot of us in the room have done stuff like that in Lake City before, right? And it's a lot easier when it's right down the street, 20 minutes away. We can hop in the car and we can go just run over, right? You guys got vehicles, drove 14 hours, 13 hours from all over. People came from California, Texas, Iowa, and Minnesota, all to help that one customer out. And 3 days later, they were back online and we're happy to home it up, right? There's not many other companies out there that'll do stuff like that, right? Now, I could have just said, yep, we'll do it, but if none of our people would go do it, we're no good, right? It's all about the people and your guys' commitment to helping each other, right? I need your help and you help me, right? The customer needed help and we help them. It's crazy to see what we all do for each other and our customer. And they reward us with more work for that, right? Next time they have a project bid, we might not have to bid it. They might just say, yeah, you guys come do it, right? That's more work. They have 47 locations or 46 locations throughout the United States. Right, that's a lot of opportunity for us to keep people busy and to have good jobs.
You're only in one right now?
Right now we do work for them in Denver, Commerce City, Lake City, and Hastings. So but we're going to look at work for them in California, in Massachusetts, right? And we have a call with them every week. And on our standing agenda with that customer is where else do you want us to go? Where else can we go? What else can we help?